owning a cabin or a vacation home can be a lot of fun. Sure sounds like fun. But it can also be a lot of work.
Sure sounds like work, right? There are also the financial considerations. So today we're talking about some of the pros, some of the cons of owning a vacation home. Our money expert, Bruce Helmer, joins us now. Bruce, I can list all the cons of having a second home. You got to mow the lawn. You got to go, clean out the place.
Another mortgage payment, too.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the pros. Obviously, it's a wonderful, it can be a great family tradition.
Yeah, and it can be a lot of fun. And you have a place to go. You don't have to get on vacation rental by owner. You don't have to get a hotel. You have a place where you can go, and that's nice. And a lot of times it is generational. It's passed down from generation to generation here in Minnesota. But we're also not thinking just cabins in northern Minnesota or northern Wisconsin. It could be a snowbird property. It could be something in Florida or Arizona. So there's definitely an advantage in that you've got a place to go. That's nice.
People think they can rent it out, right?
Yeah.
Does that work out?
It can. So I have clients that look at these as an investment. And I always coach them, if you're looking as an investment only, it may not work out the way you want. It may not cash flow or it may not appreciate the way you think it will. But if you also use it personally, if it's a lifestyle choice, if your family gets enjoyment, that eases some of the blow if it doesn't work the way you want it to as an investment.
You mentioned the snowbird properties. Could you kind of use this to test drive retirement?
That's a great point, Matt. So you get a property and you see if you like that area, and if you want to make it permanent or you want to make it 6 months of the year instead of temporary, that is another advantage of having a vacation home or a property to go to.
A lot of the cons seem to be in the financial area.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the work, and we talked about that even off air. People I know that have a cabin get home on Sunday exhausted because they're working all weekend, mowing and cutting weeds and working on the beach of the property. But yeah, financially, if you go get a property, the terms and conditions of the loan, you have to put more down than if it's a primary residence, a higher percentage, and you usually don't get as good of an interest rate. So the debt on it can be much more onerous than your residence. Again, it's not a reason not to do it, but it can be very costly.
Apart from the financial aspects of this, I mean, you've got to deal with all your idiot friends and neighbors asking to use the place. Right? There's got to be some non-financial costs.
So again, that can be a blessing or a curse. So socially, you might enjoy having friends and relatives come to your vacation home. On the other hand, you might be going, how do we say no? And people are coming out of the woodwork that didn't like me before, but now they like me. They got a vacation home to go to.
Yeah. Just be cautious.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Bruce, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You can see Bruce here on Mid-Morning every Tuesday and get more financial advice on his show, Your Money, on WCCO Radio. Tune in Sunday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30.